Hi, welcome. I'm Lisa Saunders out of Baldwinsville, and what you see behind me is Seneca River near my home on Lock 24. And in Baldwinsville, there was an author event at the Baldwinsville Free Library, and I met you, and I invited you to come on because I was so fascinated by these coloring books you created, and I want to know more. So just tell me who you are.
I'm Jeanne Keisinger. I'm a 71-year-old grandmother, been married for 40 years. I'm not in prison, so it must be a good marriage. Um, I started making coloring books as an experiment. When I realized how easy they were to make, I sort of got hooked.
Well, I traded one of my books for yours, coloring books, because I was so fascinated that you made one. So I would love to hear, how do you make one? What images do you use? All that kind of thing. And then how do you come up with a finished product? So anyway, so what made you begin creating them? Like what made you think about it?
It was just an experiment. I had read online that coloring books were a very big product on Amazon. I sell my books on Amazon. And I checked it out and I thought, oh my goodness, these are easy to make and they're kind of fun. And
Well, okay, I now can you use what if I have a picture of family members for one thing, or pictures that I've taken? Is there a way to make it look like it? Is there some new program now or
I'm
anywhere?
sure there must be, but I've never tried that.
You've never tried it. It's just that
No.
I've seen friends of mine make funny pictures out of my pictures. So I'm going to find that out because I just think what a good present that would
Yeah.
be. Or to take a story that you've written for your grandkids or whatever and put images with it. Okay, so then how do you get the images for it? Well, why don't you just tell me how you do it?
Well, I go to Canva. That's the app that I always use for everything. For my novels, I use that to create my covers and any pictures I need in my novels. And I went there and I looked and they have a whole section with just coloring books.
Now, do
And
you pay to belong to Canva? Is that like a
yeah,
monthly fee or
that's
something?
it's a $30 fee, but boy,
A year, a month? What?
it's a month.
A
Every
month. Okay, so it's for if you're really serious about doing this.
yeah.
Okay, so you go on there, and so where do you get an idea for a coloring book, say?
I just say Christmas is coming up. So I get an idea for a Christmas coloring book and you plug into their search engine what you're looking for and you'll get dozens and dozens of ideas. And they already have the coloring images, the coloring book images made, and you just choose what you'd like from those images. If you don't like the images they have a section where you can choose, you can plug in an idea and they will give you more AI ideas. They've got magic media and
What's
any
that?
idea you have, they can create a coloring page for it. It's
But how does the style but you want like the style to look your coloring book, the style looks consistent. How do
yeah,
you make sure the images are consistent one with the other?
you have to use your judgment. You just
Okay.
choose the ones that look similar. And sometimes they have illustrators. And if you choose from that one illustrator's pictures, they will all pretty much look the same.
Gee, that's just such a great idea. I love that idea. Okay. So how difficult is it?
It's it's once you learn how, it takes me about 20 minutes to make a complete coloring book.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No, it's very, very easy, but you have to practice.
Now, how did you learn how to do it? Does Canva give you all the directions
Yeah,
on
yeah.
how to do it?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Now you had something you were able to share screen wise. Did you want to work us around that?
Yeah, let me pull up my Canva so people can see. Um, I'm gonna share. let's see if I can pull it up here.
If you have too much trouble, we can just not look at it. Because I know can
Yeah, I can't get into my Canva from here.
that's okay. That's sometimes happens when you're in the middle of an interview. So,
But
but we
it's
tried.
it's self-explanatory. Um,
Okay.
and they also have a ton of tutorials on YouTube to use
Oh,
it.
they do. I always forget to go to YouTube. Like, yeah, just to do that. So did you write the stories that go with your
Yes.
coloring? You
Yeah.
did. So you wrote the story, and they're very simple
Oh,
stories.
yeah. Yeah. Well, they're for children.
Yeah. So it's just a very simple story that you're telling. What are the titles of your coloring books? I'm just kind of curious.
Well, let's see here.
Oh yeah, show them to us. Whatever you have to show me.
I think
Oh,
you got this one.
yes, I did.
Yeah. Yeah. Let It Snow. It's backwards on your screen, but
No, it's not. It looks backwards to you, but it's fine for I see it correctly. So don't
yeah,
worry.
it here's an
Oh, I love it.
yep.
And this is all one illustrator, or you just did your best to pull it
I,
together?
I picked out a couple of different ones. Let's see what else have I got. Oh, this is another one here. Candy
Candy
Cane
Cane
Lane.
Lane.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
And so,
it's a little story inside of it. All of my books have a little story. And it's um putting it together was sort of like writing a novel, except a lot quicker.
okay, so but you don't have to worry about copyright issues because you pay for this service through Canva.
Yep,
So
yep.
you're not worrying about copyright. You're just doing your story. And then once you've created it, then what do you do? Like,
Then
how do you get it to look like a coloring book that's in your hand?
I go to my KDP Amazon. That's where I publish all of,
Self-publishing, yeah.
and you just enter it as a new title, put all the details, upload your cover. It's basically the same as when I upload one of my novels.
Wow. Okay. So it just you upload it as a PDF or something?
Yes. Hmm.
Okay. That is so interesting. And so then you also write novels, you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what are your novels about?
Well, it's funny. Most of my novels are murder, mystery, thriller, romance type.
Oh, okay.
And this is so different from what I'm used to doing. Sometimes I need a break from Googling how to hide a body, so I go and I make a coloring.
So what are some of the titles of your books?
Well, I've got Save One Bullet. I've got let's see, Dark Redemption, that's Chasing Ghosts, and I've got Carve Your Name Into My Heart.
And
And
so where did you get ideas? Do you have a pen name? Is
yeah,
like do
Tina
they need
D.
to look you up in a different name?
I write under Tina D'Angelo for my adult novels.
Okay. And then your regular name for your coloring books. Is that
Yeah,
right?
yes, and I also write historical fiction for young adult, and that I use my regular name, Jeanne Keisinger, for that.
Okay. What kind of historical fiction do you write?
I've got a series out called The Spark. It's about a little girl who ends up in Missouri, in St. Louis, Missouri. Missouri was the last slave state in the Union,
Oh, uh-huh.
and she arrived there on a train with her nanny, who was black but a free woman.
Uh-huh.
And as soon as they arrived there, her nanny got kidnapped by slave traders,
Oh my
and she
goodness.
she had to find a way to get her nanny rescued.
Oh,
And yeah, it's a continuing series, and I'm working on the fifth book right now. But
wow. And how do you know so much about that period of history?
I went back to college when I was 55 for a degree in history,
Oh,
and American history has just always fascinated me. my very favorite time of history is actually pre-French and Indian War. Uh,
Uh-huh.
just so many things were going on in this country that people had no idea. Um, and I have another novel that I'm working on right now, which is later. It's the Triangle Shirtwaist Fire. I don't know if you're familiar with the New York City. It was a horrible fire in New York City at a factory that made women's clothing.
No, I don't know anything about that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the top three floors of the building were completely engulfed in flames, and the people who escaped told their story, and it's very interesting. And I made it sort of for young adults because the real story there were the heroic actions of the elevator operators back
Oh,
in it's 1911. Back then, you couldn't ride an elevator without an operator, and they were the old-fashioned cage operate
right.
elevators. And these two men made repeated trips up to the burning floors to rescue people. And they
Wow.
rescued hundreds and hundreds of people, but no one ever talks about it. And
Right. No, I never heard the story. So that's what you're writing now.
yeah, that's what I'm working on right now.
So where can people find all your works? Do you have a website?
I'm on Amazon. You can find anything I write on Amazon.
Even under your pen names?
Mhm. Yep,
Okay, so as long as they know your name,
yep,
Jeanne, they
yep.
can find everything we've talked about.
Yes, yep,
Okay, because like, will it still click to your author's page on,
mhm,
even though it's got, you have a pen name?
yeah, yeah. And if
Everything
you,
appears.
yeah, if you can't find them under my name, Tina D'Angelo has all my novels.
Okay, she's that's so nice of her.
I know she shares.
Well, that was so interesting. I'm so glad you're doing. I love history too. So you say pre-French and Indian. So like, do you know like the Indian Wars, King Philip's War, all of that, or
Yes.
Pilgrims? Is
Yep.
that's an
Yep.
area you're interested in?
Yep. Yep. I'm kind of past the Pilgrims and into the war between France and England
Okay,
in America.
right. Yeah, I did a story on Benjamin Church, considered the first
Mm.
American Army Ranger, and how he learned how to fight from his fellow Indian friends in King
Yes.
Philip's War. So that's kind of where I got a sense of life before the French and Indian War. But anyway,
It's a fascinating time period, and it's basically forgotten, you know.
yeah, no, it is. And it is fascinating. But like I lived in New England for a while, so it was easy to kind of follow it
Mm.
around. I lived in Mystic, Connecticut, and that's where the Mystic massacre happened. And so it was just very much on my mind. And it was
Mm.
just so interesting how tribes would once be an enemy of the English, but then they were friends to fight a different war or what.
Depending on who would give them more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
they were very smart.
well, anyway, it was so nice to meet you at the authors event, and your work is very interesting. And I am going to have to look up this coloring book idea because now I just want to make books for my grandkids that they'd enjoy, you know. And it seems like coloring books would be a simple way to share family stories and
Oh, it
things.
would be. Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, so you're giving me ideas, and I figure other people, are probably getting ideas from this as well. All right, well, Jean, well, thank you so much for coming on the show, and I hope to see you again soon.
Thank you so much, Lisa.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye-bye.